Hey guys. In this section, we start talking about the actual techniques that you use in Ableton Live to make your mashups sound smooth and professional. Most of these techniques revolve around one simple concept: transitions. Since mashups are all about either changing from one piece of music to another seamlessly, or playing two pieces of music at the same time, we really need to make sure we know what we're doing when it comes to transitions. As you're putting together the basic arrangement for your mashup, you should already be thinking about what kind of transitions you want to occur in it. You also need to consider a few of the properties of those transitions, such as how long do you want them to take? At what point do you want the listener to realize there's a new element coming in? And do you want the energy to change as a result of the transition? There's a few different transition lengths we can go with, and it depends on the kind of music we're using in the mashup, as well as the kind of expectation we want to create with our audience. The more sudden and surprising transitions may cut from one to another instantly or over the space of a few seconds. These can be exciting, but if not done well, they can sound awkward, confusing, and jarring. We noticed that in one of the previous videos when we arranged two elements to switch over without actually doing any transition work. Have another listen. On the other hand, longer transitions that aim to be smooth and subtle may take 16 bars or even more. When executed correctly, these can create great momentum and smoothness and really help unify the two pieces of music. But if not done well, they can sound slow and boring. If you're moving from one element to another, the most common transition usually sits somewhere in the middle, around 8 bars long. Since our ears are trained to think in 8-bar sections, we instinctively know that roughly every 12 to 18 seconds, an opportunity will arise for something to change. It's best to time our transitions around these lengths. Here's an example of a transition we were working on at the end of the breakdown in this particular mashup. The transition takes 8 bars to complete, and we can hear that both elements are playing together at some point. Moving on from the length of the transition, you also want to think about the change in energy. Most of the time, the dance floor likes to hear changes in energy that get bigger and bigger each time. So long as you create a feeling like the music is progressing, you can trick the audience into thinking that the energy is getting bigger and bigger all the time. Just make sure you don't take any obvious steps backwards, or they'll start to feel let down. In the next video, we'll simply look at the safest ways to bring an element in without confusing the dance floor. Thanks for watching.